This is Brother James. Last night, which was Halloween, I was part of a nocturnal vigil. And during that vigil, I received a message from Jesus. He spoke about how to trade your surrender for sight. He began like this: the more you surrender, the greater your sight becomes. I spoke about how those that followed me could not see or understand the parables in which I spoke. This was a sign that they were not truly surrendered. Only the 12 heard and understood. They had given up their lives in order to follow me wherever I went. This decision to give up their lives removed the veil which stopped them from hearing and seeing in the Spirit. The more they surrendered, the more of the veil that was removed from their spiritual sight. If you surrender your wallet, you will hear and see things you couldn't before. If you surrender your family, you will see and hear things that you couldn't before. If you surrender your preferences, your will, your life, and even your sin, you will hear and see things you never could before. 1 John expresses how someone who hates their brother is in darkness, but once they forgive, blessings begin to flow. Surrender your unforgiveness. When you surrender your appetite and your diet, you begin to interpret things in the Bible, in life, and daily obstacles very differently. You begin to see things through my eyes. Your flesh and this world, this physical world, is a veil in itself. Surrender it and you will see eternity. For the veil will be lifted. Then you will see me in my entirety. I said that the greatest man ever born of woman was John the Baptist, a man whose diet was honey and locusts. And this is no coincidence. Others in the Old Testament, like Isaiah, David, and Ezekiel, had surrendered everything that they possibly could. Isaiah surrendered his dignity, walking around naked for 3 years. Ezekiel ate bread cooked over human feces, surrendering sanitation and his livelihood. David slept in caves and surrendered his opportunity to slay Saul, because he knew that his battles and their victory belonged to me. David surrendered his success to me, which is why on the battlefield his victories were many and his losses were few. The more a soul lets go of this world, the more of heaven I can give to them. Does my word not say, "He that seeks to gain his life in this world will lose it in the next, and he who seeks to lose his life in this world will gain it in the next"? The closest thing to a New Testament prophet of the same caliber as Isaiah is St. Francis, your forefather, a man in whom was no deceit and who had nothing in him that the devil could tempt him with. He had surrendered everything. Miracles upon miracles followed his life because nothing in this world weighed him down. You and every Heartdweller have that same opportunity. Do you want to see more clearly? Surrender. Do you want to know me more intimately? Surrender. Do you want to know what I adore? Surrender. Give me your entire life and watch how unified our spirits become. This world and your flesh war with your spirit. This world and your flesh war with your spirit, with the only goal being to separate me from you on every level, whether it be a sudden moment, on a daily basis, and even eternally. Remember, it is easier for a camel to go through the head of a needle than for a rich man to enter into heaven. It is possible for you to touch heaven while you are here on earth, but so few are able to because of the comforts of this world. But it is in the discomfort, the distress, the unpleasantness, and the inconveniences that you will find me. It is through these difficulties that you will find the secret ingredient of mortifying your flesh, my suffering. Abandon this life and this world as I did, and you shall be heavily rewarded with infinite love and everlasting intimacy beyond your understanding. And that was the end of the message.
Blessing and honor, majesty and all, Jesus.